Yesterday we discussed about S4 HANA Enterprise Management evolution. That means how this S4 HANA Enterprise Management has been came into the market. The SAP considered the major milestones in their releases. So here we can see the key moments, or we can say it's the major milestones in the SAP history at present where we are from R2 to S4 HANA Enterprise Management. Whenever there is a major changes are happening, it is coming up with the new name or with the new version by adding new solutions into their business application. And at present we have SAP S4 HANA Enterprise Management, but in short form we will call it as only as a SAP S4 HANA. This is called digital core system in the central whatever we have. That means whenever the business organization want to use SAP S4 HANA system, we need to pay the license. Generally, the SAP S4 HANA digital core, whenever you take, you will get license for all these lines of business. And if you want to use any other S4 HANA products, then for that, we need to pay separate license. And then only we can use it. Okay. So here the SAP S4 HANA Enterprise Management, it doesn't come suddenly. So it took so much time and it crossed so many milestones. Then it became possible for the SAP to introduce SAP S4 HANA system. And these are the major milestones we saw from 2011 onwards to 2015. It took for the SAP to introduce first version of SAP S4 HANA. Right. So basically, we can call it as an in-memory platform, the HANA database, which is released in 2011 as a sidecar approach, or only it can improve the performance of the traditional database. And in 2012, it can work as a single independent database for the BW system, SAP BW powered by HANA. And in 2013, it is again independent database to process the OLAP and OLTP both from the same server, and it can work for SAP ERP, that is ECC, which we are using. Then that is called SAP Business Suite powered by HANA. Then once the HANA database server is stabilized, then SAP started focused on the simplification of the business processes and the business application code. As part of that, first it focused on the finance. On the finance side, they simplified and they released SAP Simple Finance. The name is 1.0 as a add-on product. Means for your current system, SAP ECC 6.0, you can plug in the SAP Simple Finance, and of course the database should be HANA. Then that is called SAP Simple Finance powered by HANA. Then once finance also, they thought that up to some extent they stabilized the business process, they optimized and simplified with the help of data modeling and with the help of HANA database server. Then they simplified other modules also, or we can say in SAP S4 HANA terminology, other lines of business, other LOB, they focused and they simplified. At the end, after simplification of all lines of business, then they released the new product is the SAP S4 HANA. So that we can say SAP has rewrote completely its business application code. So then after rewriting your business application code, then whatever the new product, new system is appearing, that is called SAP S4 HANA Enterprise Management. Okay, so in this way, the SAP S4 HANA system has evolved It took so many milestones, so many steps to reach to this stage. Then after releasing S4 HANA Enterprise Management, still SAP feeling that the all business processes are not simplified. Still some more need to be to do. So it's keep on doing its R&D and its development. That's why they decided yearly let's release with the new improvements, whatever they are doing. And also to make flexible for the customers, to make to use by most of the customers the SAP system, they released two editions. One is the on-premise edition in S4 HANA Enterprise Management Edition, and one is the on-cloud edition. On-premise edition has a yearly release. On-cloud edition has a every 3 months releases. Means with the new innovations by adopting new simplifications. Generally, for consultants, you have work on the on-premise edition. If a company, if a client is using on-cloud edition, it's very less work because there is no need to do customization. All the configurations are provided by the SAP and there is no option to do any customization. Only you have to upload your master data and regularly put your transaction data. Of course, some technical settings, that's all. So compared to on-premise edition, here you have less work. And for the business organization also, the cost will be less. They no need to pay more license cost for on cloud edition, and they no need to take risk to manage infrastructure, to manage the servers. That everything in the cloud, and you can take like a subscription, pay per monthly or pay for yearly, and use the S4 HANA Enterprise Management on cloud edition. But if you are using on-premise edition, the server you need to maintain the infrastructure and then you will get a flexibility to customize your system as per your requirement. So now whatever we are going to learn, that is on-premise edition, or wherever we are working, that is the on-premise edition. Then here is the server like previously, how you are maintaining the servers for ECC6. In the same way, the business organization has to maintain if they are using S4 HANA Enterprise Management Edition, on-premise edition. Then some of the customers, they are asking that we want on-premise edition, but I don't want to take the risk or take the responsibility to maintain the server that I don't have, that or I don't want to do. Then for that, SAP released the concept of HEC. This is called Hybrid Enterprise Cloud. You use on-premise edition and completely your on-premise edition business application, the server, you keep in the cloud, which will be managed by SAP or which can be managed by a third party. And either you are a single tenant or multi-tenant on that cloud. That means in the same server, the data is stored by only your company, then that is the single tenant. But multiple companies' data will be stored in the same server. Then in that, it's like a multi-tenant. Okay, so that is the concept given, and yearly releases we have, I think here 1511 might be, and then 1610, 1709, 1809, 1909. Then at present we are in 2020 edition. Means for each version they are doing some modifications, some new improvements, and then releasing with the new version. Okay. Then on the other hand, we are calling sometimes the SAP S/4HANA suite also. So you need to understand the difference between SAP S/4HANA Enterprise Management and S/4HANA suite. S/4HANA suite is a bigger scope. The complete SAP solutions from the SAP company is called SAP S/4HANA suite. So in SAP S/4HANA suite, SAP S/4HANA Enterprise Management is one part, one small part. Then apart from S/4HANA Enterprise Management, other S/4HANA products are there. Not only S/4HANA branded products, other than non-S/4HANA branded products, means which will run without HANA also. If a business organization is using S/4HANA Enterprise Management, other S/4HANA product, and non-branded S/4HANA products, all the complete solution which is required for one business organization, can be provided by the SAP as part of SAP S4 HANA suite. Means if you want to use all products, then you can discuss with the SAP and pay complete license cost, and all products can be used, or one by one, whatever you want. If you are using everything, then that is called SAP S4 HANA suite. So this here we saw the thick blue color is the SAP S4 HANA Enterprise Management. The light blue color is other S4 branded products, and this gray color represents non S4 HANA products. Or maybe it's SAP, not SAP own product. Maybe SAP has tie up with other company, which we can call it as a SAP partner. From that SAP partner, the business organization can get the solution. So again, those partner solutions may be on-premise or maybe on the cloud or both, hybrid model. So everything is called SAP S/4HANA suite. Okay. And what is the difference between my ECC system and S/4HANA Enterprise Management? Right. Earlier, at present, we are using SAP R3, or from 2004 onwards, SAP name changed to SAP ERP. Either you are using SAP ERP. In SAP ERP, you have multiple different version, ECC 5, ECC 6, within that EHP1, like that. And at present, we are saying it is a S4 HANA system or S4 HANA Enterprise Management. What is the difference between these two? The first difference is instead of traditional server, you have a HANA database server. And the second difference is the business application code, or in layman language, you can say the ABAP code, completely, which you have to process the SAP application, that has been simplified. The data modeling has been changed. The business processes are optimized. What SAP is saying, the business code which you are using at present, the business process code at present, whatever you are using, this is not correct, this is not good. Then you can get out who wrote this SAP business code, SAP only. Then why it is saying, as of now, they recommended to use this system. But today they are saying that this SAP business process code is not good to use for business organization. That means how this many days it is used. So what SAP is saying, that 20 years back, whatever technology we have, whatever the hardware we have, for that technology, for that hardware, this SAP business application code is the right thing, is the right solution. But today, the technology has been changed, the hardware cost has been decreased, the digitization has been improved, new technologies came up. For utilizing these all the things, to get the benefit with these things, this SAP business code is not sufficient. There is a drastically, we need to change this business application code to optimize all these new things. That's why SAP is saying we have completely rewrote the business application code, and how much we simplified, this diagram will tell you. At present system, you have this yellow part will represent the unnecessary code or unnecessary hierarchical model, the complex database model, which at present we are running in our current system. But with SAP S4 HANA system, this whatever yellow color is appearing, this has been removed from your SAP S4 HANA system. The aggregate tables, index tables, to maintain only these tables. The code, what it is doing, it is not doing any business process related, the value addition, it is not doing anything, this code. Only the code is updating all these tables and maintaining and improving the performance, that's all. So all these hierarchical data model and the ABAP code related to this, completely SAP has been removed and we are reminded. We are left out only with this blue part. So if you see the percentage wise, if completely this is 100%, then SAP is saying based on its research, it found that this yellow color represents 70% of the above code has been removed, taken out from the system. And then only with 30% we remained. That is the new S4 HANA system. And with that, these are the benefits we are getting. And here you can see, right, yesterday what we discussed here, it is 7.1 TB and it is occupied 1.8 TB. Means only if you change your server, but you have not changed your application code. So let it be my old application code as it is, only I will change the HANA database server. Then in that case, your footprint has been reduced from 7.1 TB to 1.8 TB. And then if you change this application code also, which we discussed, that 70% code if you remove, and if you remain with only 30% code, the new code, optimized code, then that 1.8 TB also will come down to 0.8 TB whenever you are using new system. Because there are no aggregate tables, there is no redundancy. Here, what does it mean redundancy? Redundancy is nothing but a duplication. Whatever data here you have, the same data is there in aggregate table in the form of total. Again, some more totals you are doing and putting, or the whatever is there here data, the same data you are keeping in the index table in a sorted way with less columns. So that is called duplication. So that duplication is not there. That is the reason. No aggregate tables are there, no index tables are there, and data compression is there, or whatever we discussed about HANA database server technical values. With all these features, this is the data footprint has been reduced. These are the benefits you will get for the business organization if you go for SAP S4 HANA system. Right? So you can say what is the advantages we will get with S4 HANA system means these points you can tell. We will get data footprint has been completely reduced if I am using with S4 HANA system because of no index table, no aggregates, no redundancy. Means no duplications. Unnecessary, we don't need to maintain the data again and again. And second thing, we will get higher throughput. But in another terms, this you can take your performance is good. And in another words, that means whenever we fix the time and see how much output we can get it. For example, you execute one report in 5 minutes, you are getting in the output some this much records or this much data you are getting in the output. The same, if you execute on SAP S4 HANA system, then this much data you are getting within the same 5 minutes time. So this is called higher throughput. So if you use your S4 HANA system, we are able to achieve higher throughput. Or we can say we are able to achieve the fixed output in a less time, the performance is good. And another thing is full flexibility. What does it mean? Full flexibility means is nothing but the new technologies at present, whatever we have in the market or business organization. See, business organization is using SAP application to record their day-to-day business transaction. Apart from SAP, maybe in their business organization, they are using blockchain technology or artificial intelligence, AI, or they may be using big data because the data is so much day by day it is increasing. It's like an ocean and you need to process the huge data. Then you are using big data. Or for automating, you are using machine learning. Right? Like this, or cloud computing. Different new technologies came up because of digitization. So the business organization is using SAP ERP to record their business transaction as well as other new technologies they are using. To integrate data with SAP to these technologies or to use these technologies also to process the data from SAP system and to get the benefit. Now the SAP S4 HANA system has more flexibility to adapt with these new technologies or to integrate with these new technologies and use as per your requirement in the business organization, right? And we saw this S4 HANA simplifications and the deployment options, or you can say SAP S4 HANA Enterprise editions, which we discussed. So in another terms, this we can call it as a, how can I deploy the new system S4 HANA Enterprise Management in my business organization? That is the deployment options given by SAP. One is on-premise edition, and second one is on cloud. And the same on-premise edition I want, but the server need to put on the cloud, then they give an HEC option. So this is the on-premise and this is SAP S4 HANA Cloud, and you want the same on-premise by keeping the server, means the functionality, everything you want same, only the server hardware you don't want to maintain the infrastructure wise, that need to be maintained by third party or someone else. Then you can keep your on-premise edition in the cloud, which is called HANA Enterprise Cloud. Okay. And then we discussed about the SAP S4 HANA Finance also. This part, evolution of, here you can do SAP S4 HANA Finance. So that means here we are talking about only SAP S4 HANA Finance related to line of business finance. In 2013, 2011, 2012, once they stabilized the HANA database server, then 2013, first they concentrated on the SAP, on the finance line of business. After simplifying the code, the business processes, optimizing, first they released as SAP Simple Finance 1.0, which is as add-on product, and you can plug in to your current system. You changed from Oracle to HANA, then after that only to optimize your finance line of business, then you can use SAP Simple Finance 1.0 as an add-on product. This was the situation in 2013. And in 2014, this is in 2014, SAP Simple Finance 1.0. 2013, only it is a SAP Business Suite powered by HANA. Then in 2015, SAP released SAP Simple Finance 2.0. After some days, they changed it to SAP S4 HANA Finance 1503. Because SAP knows that they are going to release SAP S4 HANA Enterprise Management Edition. That's why then immediately they changed this name to SAP S4 HANA Finance 1503 add-on product. On the other hand, they released SAP S4 HANA Enterprise Management. Means after simplifying not only finance, all lines of business, all modules, and they come up with 1511 or 1510. Then if a business organization is using SAP S4 HANA Enterprise Management, on the other hand one business organization is using S4 HANA Finance add-on product 1503. So here line of business finance is equal to 1503, same solution both sides. Then here SAP S4 HANA Enterprise Management next version came, S4 HANA Finance 1610. So a company is saying I am using SAP S4 HANA Finance 1610, what about this? Then for these purposes SAP released one more add-on product, that is SAP S4 HANA Finance 1605 is equal to S4 HANA Finance 1610. Then after that, then SAP stopped add-on products. Then they will recommend it to the business organization. You don't continue with the same add-on product. You implement your business organization SAP S4 HANA Enterprise Management. Then all lines of businesses are simplified, right? So in that way, previously we have word SAP Simple Finance 1.0, SAP Simple Finance 2.0, S4 HANA Finance 1503, 1605. Then that's the stop end for add-on product. So now we are continuing with SAP S4 HANA Finance, SAP S4 HANA Sales, S4, SAP S4 HANA Logistics, like that. Now SAP is using with a broader scope, which is calling it as a line of business, right? So that's the thing. This diagram will tell same thing. First SAP Simple Finance 1.0, and then 2.0 is nothing but your 1503, then 1605, then after that it stopped. And the same, this diagram will tell you about the SAP S4 HANA Finance Evolution, which we discussed in 2012. This is SAP Business Suite or SAP HANA as a side-by-side scenario. You are using your normal SAP and you can use Oracle database, but is a sidecar approach or accelerator. You are plugging one more database, that is HANA database server, which will improve your performance. At 2013 level, our SAP Business Suite is powered by HANA. That means your complete SAP system at present, whatever we are using, this blue color will represent, is running not on the Oracle database. It can run independently on the HANA database. You don't need any traditional database. That was the situation. In 2014, that Simple Finance 1.0. So for your system which is running on HANA, you can plug in, you can add one more product as a Simple Finance 1.0, right? And then SAP Finance 2.0 came, 1503 is nothing but then 2015, like that. Now 16, 17, one more versions come. And here you can see whenever we are at present system in ECC 6.0, our FI document is different, our CO document is different. Your FI tables are different, your CO tables are different. It's completely running in a different way, FI module and CO module. Always we need to do reconciliation between FI and CO. But now, whenever SAP come up with SAP Simple Finance 1.0 in 2014, at that time, what SAP has did, SAP merged FI document and CO document as a single document. That is called logical document. There is no more difference between FI and CO. There is only one document. And you can do the aggregations on demand, on fly in sub-seconds. And we don't need to maintain any aggregation tables, no index tables. And the reporting also will be achieved from the same server. That was the situation. Right. And then from Simple Finance 2.0, 1503 onwards, from SAP S4 HANA Enterprise Management Edition onwards, then SAP has released some more changes in the SAP, that is called Universal Journal Entry. Now, we no more calling it as a logical document or FI document and CO document as a one document. Now it will be called as a Universal Journal Entry, and they released the Universal Table, that is called AC DOCA table. The ever information, not only FICO, from other things like material, ledger, profitable, everything will be in one place, that is in one table, that is called AC DOCA table. AC stands for accounting, DOC is a document, and A stands for actual. So accounting document actual table, they named it as a AC DOCA table, and from that you are processing, you can do the simulations, you can take the analytics. Analytics is nothing but your reporting with the HANA views. This was the situation. Okay. And the same thing which we discussed, the 1503 First 1.0 we have, next 2.0 or 1503, and then 1605. This 1605 is equal to SAP S4 HANA Finance 1610 version. After that it is stopped, the add-on product. Then you are continuing with SAP S4 HANA Enterprise Management or SAP S4 HANA Core System. In that, SAP S4 HANA Finance is one of the line of business. Okay, so SAP S4 HANA 1610. This is the every year we are going one by one. And whenever SAP release the new version after 3 months through SPS, means service pack stack it is called, through that some more additions they may add technically. Okay. This already we discussed. Same, it's a add-on product, this blue color for your current system. This is completely blue color new thing, SAP S4 HANA Enterprise Management. And now the other thing we need to remember that SAP S4 HANA Finance is a bigger scope. It's a broader term which represent complete your the finance related solutions. This is accounting and also the other modules, FSCM, treasury, all these things, audit management, enterprise risk management. Everything is part of now SAP S4 HANA Finance line of business. Means this is with respect to doing taking license from the SAP system. After that, your choice. Maybe you implemented in your business organization only FICO, that is accounting, but you may not have implemented treasury. That is your option. Okay, so now focus on the SAP S4 HANA Finance. Now our main goal is within that. Again, we are not talking about all these treasury or FSCM or other things. Then our focus is this part only, accounting. Then what is the differences with respect to S4 HANA Finance in my previous system and the new system? Previously, the SAP ECC6 or SAP ERP is containing multiple sources of truth. That means whenever you store or whenever you post your financial documents, that will go and store in a particular table, in a particular area. And then your asset accounting related business transactions are recording in a different component. Your controlling related business transactions are recording in a different component. And the profitability analysis module, we are recording in a different component. And then that we are integrating with the general ledger, whether it is correctly integrated or not. To validate that, we are doing reconciliations between our FI, general ledger and COPA. Then again, we will need to do reconciliation between FI and CO. We need to do reconciliation with material ledger. We need to do reconciliation with asset accounting. Like that, so many reconciliation need to do at today in traditional SAP ERP. Every time we need to do settlements or we need to run the batches and move from one place to other places. And it is difficult to achieve the parallel accounting also. And to get the analytics, we are transferring the entire data into the BW system. The total server we are copying and maintaining duplication of data. And from there, with -1 data, means without real-time data, we are getting reports and giving to the business to take the decisions. This is the current situation. But now in SAP S4 HANA system, we don't have multiple sources of truth. Single source of truth means whatever you are posting in the FI, that will go and sit in the component as a universal journal in AC DOCA table. And the CO, the controlling documents, are also in the same table. The asset accounting, material ledger, profitability analysis, everything is in only one table at one database, in one document, we can say, from functionality point of view. Everything you will get in only single document that is called universal journal entry. Okay. This contains all the information related to your FI, CO, asset accounting, material ledger, COPA at one place. Single document will contain all the features. That is, we are calling universal journal entry, where this entry will be stored technically in the system. That table we are calling it as a universal table. That is nothing but AC COPA. Accounting document actuals. If you want planned, then you will get in ACTOCP. That means accounting document planned values. So what does it mean single source of truth? That means if you take any value related to profitability analysis or controlling or asset accounting, from where we are taking, from where it is originating, from the same place, always it is reconciled with the other modules. That means whenever you go and see from where this data came, if you go drill down, you will end up here. Any value if you take in material ledger and drill down, you will end up here. That means for everything, the source, the origination, whatever we are saying, this is the right value, the truth, right figure, reporting, in the report you are showing, for that the source will be single. That's why this is called single source of truth. There is no doubt you are getting, or there is no second guessing, there is no second thought. Everything you are taking from here only the values. That is from universal journal entry or from the universal table, which is called as a single source of truth. And second thing, in this table, if you want to add your own fields, custom fields, that can be easily possible. You can add the new fields with the concept of coding block. For example, assume in AC Docker you have certain fields. Apart from that, as per your business organization requirement, you want some new fields. For example, which you are doing business in the materials, finished goods, you want some product hierarchy. Within that, you want to maintain multiple levels, maybe product hierarchy 1 and product hierarchy 2 or product hierarchy 3 is there. Assume these fields are not given by SAP. Then, for each and every document, whenever I am posting, I need to, for example, you are posting cost center, profit center, business area, what is the amount, text, tax code. In the same way, for each and every document, I need to add one value. What is the product hierarchy 1 for product hierarchy 2, product hierarchy 3 for that. But that fields are not available. Then how can I add in my document? If you are adding in document at table level also, that field should be available and should be added at table level. The same on the screen where you are seeing cost center, your profit center, business area, text. There I want new fields. Product hierarchy 1, product hierarchy 2, product hierarchy 3 on the screen I need it. For example, in F-02 or in MP60 or MP70, new fields I want. Yes, that can be easily possible with the concept of coding block. Then you can add, you can display on the screen, you can add at table level for each and every document that values, and you can determine how the value need to be determined for each and every document based on which. So this coding block is possible now in your SAP S/4HANA Finance. And the another change is all your secondary cost elements are the GL accounts now. Previously we have primary cost elements and secondary cost elements. If we want to create a primary cost element, we need a GL account is a mandatory. Without GL account, you cannot create a primary cost element. But secondary cost elements can be created without GL account, and those are available only in the controlling module, not available in FI. Then we are getting the differences between FI and CO, we are doing reconciliation. Now secondary cost elements are also GL account. That means if you want to create a secondary cost element, you need to create a GL account. Without GL account, it's not possible to create a secondary cost element in the new system. So that means whatever we have in the CO, that is there in FI also. Now no difference, no reconciliation. Second, line item tables. We have different line item tables in traditional. So if you want complete details, you need to go to multiple table. But now this AC DOCA is what table it is. For example, BKPF is the header, BSEG is line item, and previously we have GLT0 table is the totals table like that. Now what about this AC DOCA table? This AC DOCA table is a line item table for all components, for every information, with lots of columns in this table. If you open one record, you have maybe 200, 300 columns. Some columns related to FI, some columns related to CO, some are COPA, some are ML, some are asset accounting. Everything you will get in the same record, all information. The huge information is a one line item. So means for line item information, if you want, you need to go to AC DOCA table. Every information is available in only one table, and you no need to go for multiple tables. Full details you will get. So this we will call it as in another terms, full granularity. Means at complete detail level. For example, at summary level, some detail you will get. I want some more details, so you will dig down. Then some more detail we want, more and more details I need. Breakdown I want, or more breakdown I want to see. So whatever breakdown up to lowest level, you are going to drill down and again. That much lower level you want to see and see the details for anything. Yes, that is possible from this table, line item table, the complete breakdown, complete lower level details you will get. That's in another terms, technically we can say we have a full granularity, means complete detail level is possible with the help of this AC DOCA table. So this is one more advantage. If you can say, like previously we told S4 HANA Enterprise Management, higher throughput you have, good performance we have, data footprint has been reduced, latency has been reduced, full flexibility it has to adapt to the new technologies. Like that, one more feature you can say, if you use SAP S4 HANA Enterprise Management or SAP S4 HANA Finance, it is possible to get the full granularity. Means at a detail level, complete information you will get in one place. And because of this, now no more reconciliation. FI and GOPA reconciliation we are doing, that's now not required. FI CO reconciliation you are doing, not required. FI asset accounting reconciliations you are doing, you are seeing some reports, is there any difference? If not, dig it, where the problem came, the differences. Some figure is showing in asset accounting, but different figure is showing at GL level. Then which is right? Then we need to do reconciliation to prove whether asset accounting is right or GL is right. Now no more reconciliation. Always all are in sync because of this new architecture. And no more redundancy, duplications we are not maintaining. So automatically your footprint has been reduced because of the elimination of duplications, elimination of redundancy. So these are the words you need to use. So whenever there is no duplication, then you can say it's nothing but redundancy. There is no duplication, there is no redundancy. If you don't have redundancy, if you don't have duplication, then automatically what will happen? Your memory size has been reduced, data. So that you need to call it as a footprint, data footprint. So with this all features, at the end, what is the result for your business organization? Data footprint has been reduced. Less data footprint I have. And also The multi-dimensional reporting. This is another concept. The reporting you are saying, but now you can say multi-dimensional reporting is possible. Previously, for this multi-dimensional reporting, for huge data, what we are doing, we are using BW system. Now, because of this architecture, every information is here. You can take multiple dimensions. Multiple dimensions means, for example, you want at company code level. Yes, I will take a company code level. I want within the company code for a particular fixed asset. Yes. Within that fixed asset for a particular market segment. On combination of particular market segment and material. Or for a combination of customer and market. Like in COPA, how you are doing on multiple character and multi-dimensional reporting. So like that now, everywhere multi-dimensional reporting is possible with this new architecture. And that too without a BW system, without BI system itself, from the same server, from the same single entry, this AC token table itself, I can get it my multi-dimensional reporting within the less time. Okay, so that is the new thing. And here one more doubt we can get to, then what about BW system? We are saying without BW the multi-dimensional reporting is possible, but still the client, the business organization want to use BW for any other purposes. Yes, they can go for BW. And technically you don't need to do multiple batch jobs. Means previously we are running from FI CO modules, you send it to BW. So that means multiple channels you have. For example, here you have your ERP, and here on the other hand you have a BW. To transfer data from ERP to BW, you have multiple batch jobs, multiple batches. FI values we need to transfer, CO, COPA, like that. Multiple batches we are transferring. Now in S4 HANA, at first level we are saying without BW you can achieve reporting. Okay, use it. But still if you want BW, maybe BW or BI still is using. Then to transfer the data, now only single entry, single table AC docker, right? So only one extractor, only one time you need to transfer. But here you can say, here multiple batches are transferring in earlier BW transfer. Now in S4 HANA to BW, only one extractor, one ETL, extract, transfer, and load. With that it is possible. And this is the, again same, the finance broader scope, which will tell at which areas the changes is done more, which areas changes are done less in SAP S4 HANA Finance. The green color will represent more changes are happened, more optimizations are done. Within that, accounting is the core. This is the backbone of the business organization, as well as the SAP S4 HANA system also major changes done on the core accounting part. And another thing in S4 HANA management, the new user experience is provided to the end users. That means as of now, every day from whenever SAP is released, we are using GUI screens. For example, which you are using F-02 AP60, that screen. The same screen in F-02 in the web-based form in a different look, that is called new experience. New user experience is given in the form of Fiori, and this Fiori will contain, like in your smartphone how you have different apps, like that for each and everything we have one separate app. So that is called role based. Means if a guy is working in a accounts payable department, what is his role and responsibility? Only related to payment. So we don't give all other transaction codes, only related to payment. So that payment transaction code in Fiori, we don't call it as a transaction code, we will call it as an app. So only those apps we can give it to him, and then he can access. Now no need for that user a laptop. Through smartphone also he can access now the Fiori app. That means the payment related transaction codes, payment related apps he can access in his mobile through apps or through tiles, you can call it as. And he can post the data and he can see the data. And one more, the screen in your laptop and your smartphone, it is a small, or maybe one is a square, one is a rectangle, that like that. So automatically this Fieri app, whenever you open in laptop, the same app if you open in your smartphone, according to that screen, automatically this will be adjusted. That's the new user experience in the Fieri. Now two options are given to the users: either they can go for with the GUI screen, or they can access through Fieri. And for that, you can design which apps are required for which role or for which users. Through Fieri Launchpad, the role-based apps you can put for particular user, only those apps appear for him. Unnecessary apps will not appear, and it will not confuse for him. Whatever required, only that apps will appear. Okay. And through multiple devices he can access, one time from laptop, one time from mobile phone, or like that, different. And through URL you will get it like web mode. No need to install your SAP login pad. Without that you can access the SAP system, post the document, and see the reports. This is the new thing. For example, this is the Fieri screen. And another thing, how to implement this SAP S4 HANA, or how to deploy my SAP S4 HANA new solution into the business organization for client. Then SAP has given, there are three options are there for deployment solutions to implement your SAP S4 HANA system. Number one is the greenfield implementation, how to implement this SAP S4 HANA solution. Number two is the brownfield implementation, or is nothing but system migration. Number three central finance. It's nothing but system conversion. Out of these three, you can choose any one as per your business organization requirement. For example, now you are working in ABC company, and for this company, whatever is best out of these three, that they can choose. Of course, each and every one has its own pros and cons. It has its own advantages, it has its own disadvantages. We cannot say it is the best, this one. It's depend upon company. For ABC company, maybe this is the best. For XYZ company, maybe this is the best. So they have to analyze, they have to see the pros and cons, and then they can take a decision how they want to implement the S4 HANA solution in their company. What does it a greenfield implementation? Means you need to implement from scratch how you implemented previously ECC6 system in the same way. For example, ABC company is using at present Oracle Azure, and then they want to implement SAP. Now the current version is SAP S4 HANA SAP S4 HANA Enterprise Management. Today it is a 2020. If they want to go for that, yes, they can take a license for SAP S4 HANA Digital Core System, and you implement from scratch how you implemented in previous organization ECC 6.0 from scratch. Do the business blueprint and create company code like that, one by one step, and then all your data that from legacy system you migrate, and then you implement one by one company code from scratch. The legacy system, you need to transfer data, right? So in SAP, from that day, whenever you made live, from that day you will get everyday data, and the legacy system balances you will get as the opening balance. This is the greenfield implementation. Second, the XYZ company today already using SAP ECC 6.0, and they want to use SAP S4 HANA Enterprise Management. Then the first option, here also you implement a greenfield implementation, means you consider this as a legacy system and go for the new system and create each and every step again, create as per your new business process. Maybe some business processes, whatever you are following, that you want to optimize as per the new technologies or as per the new thoughts, new innovations. Then accordingly, you design your system by starting from each and every step, from creation of company code. You design your chart of accounts, how you want to integrate with controlling module, with profitability analysis, everything. So, and then these balances as a closing balance on a particular day, cutoff day, will be migrated as opening balance in the new system, now in S4 HANA. I want all my last year purchase orders, what I created. Did you get? No. Only the opening balances we transferred, right, from old system to new system. We consider it as a legacy system only. Like not SAP system, how you are using in the same way, you need to migrate on the go live day as a opening balance. For example, cash on that particular day you have 10,000, the cash will be migrated as part of opening balance 10,000. Then whenever you move to 2022, then if you say in 2019, what is my cash balances at that time, what is my payments receipts, that I want to drill down reports. That is not available in this system. That is available only in legacy. So in this way you can do it, greenfield implementation. But I don't want like that. I need complete details whenever I drill down. My history is required for me. Then instead of greenfield implementation, then you can go for brownfield implementation. That means you need to migrate. Then as part of migration, first you need to migrate your database server from Oracle or traditional database to the HANA database. And then after that, there are migration steps how to do. So you need to follow the migration process. There is a particular process. So first you need to optimize your code, ABAP code, what are the tables you need to analyze, how the data need to be migrated. So step by step we need to do. At the end, this ECC6 will be migrated to the new system S4 HANA without losing your data, without losing your data, without any disruption to your business process. Whatever today I am following the same business process should be available in S4 HANA, yes. So it won't disrupt your business process. There is so much data model happened, right? So because some tables were not there, only now new tables is coming. So we need to follow the SAP recommendations, how to migrate the data from the previous tables to the new table, and then without disturbing your business process. And here, for that, SAP has given the new concept called as compatibility views. Because in your G program, I am written in custom program to take data from BSID table or BSIK table. But now the data is available in AC Doka. So do I need to change all my custom programs? Then it's a huge effort for me, huge loss for the business organization. So much you invested as of today XYZ company. And today I need to change all my G programs or Y programs, the custom logic. You no need to do that. To avoid that cost or that complication, SAP has given compatibility views for the deleted tables or for the removed tables. So you let it keep in your G program, take data or fetch data, select data from BSID table. Even though the BSID table is not there in S4 HANA system, your G program will work. It will get the data. That means that BSID will route to the compatibility view. That compatibility view will take again data from where it is originally there in AC Doka table. So like that, the compatibility view concept is given, and you don't need to much change your custom code. So in this way, you can go for system migration. Then another thing is system conversion. Another company is there, PQR company. And it has one landscape, one system. The landscape you know, right? It is containing your development environment, quality environment, and you have production environment. Right, in production environment you are posting data. This is one landscape I can say, or one system I can say in other terms. And this company, what it did, it keep on purchasing some other companies. They purchased another company. In another company also they are using already SAP. So that SAP has joined here again landscape. But whenever you purchase it immediately, that company data you cannot migrate into your system immediately. You cannot implement all those data. So parallelly you are running two landscapes. Parallelly you are running two systems. Here you have a different development quality. Here you have a development quality production. Again one more company they purchased. Then again it is added one more landscape. Like that, if you see in big companies, they are using some 30-40 landscape parallelly it's running. See how many landscape, how many systems they have, how many different production system. Here few company codes are there, here few company code, here some countries business, here different company business, because previously it's a different company. Now this company acquired, now everything became as a PQR company. Maybe on the other hand, they are simplifying. All these companies, codes, all the business, whatever is there, what they did, they implemented in the main landscape. Some that removed, or some they removed. And today this many I have. And now I want to go for S4 HANA system. Then option one, what you need to do? You need to go for greenfield implementation. S4 HANA system, new thing I kept. Here, whatever I have company codes, here, whatever country's business, all these company codes, I need to create it again as a new company code. One by one. It will take so much time, so much cost for the company. Okay, if you want to go for brownfield implementation, first this you need to convert as migrate to S4 HANA system. Then again I need to convert here as a one more S4 HANA system. Or maybe from this I need to again implement like a greenfield implementation or like a rollout. It will take so many years. This is difficult and so much cost for the company. So now this company is not able to take any decision how to migrate to S4 HANA system. Now SAP come up with a concept of you go with the central finance, that is system conversion. Now what we will do, we don't migrate this, let it keep in ECC6 or ECC5, whatever you have. And next go for S4 HANA landscape, one more you get, that is S4 HANA enterprise management, the digital core system. And the users, as you today, how they are posting, let it post in the same. And once that you post the data, and this data in real time will be replicated to this system. And in the second landscape, in the second system, whatever they posted, those company codes data also will be transferred to the new system. And from the third system or from the fourth system, how many systems you have like that, you integrate, you connect to S4 HANA system. And one more company they purchased, but that company doesn't using SAP, they are using Oracle. Then what to do? Then from that also you can connect to S4 and the data will be transferred to S4. Now all systems, all business, all company code data you will get in the S4 HANA system. While transferring the data while into S4 HANA system, you can enrich as per your S4 HANA functionality. For example, here they are not using document splitting, but I want to use document splitting. Yes, while transferring the document, you split it and post it. They are not using profit center, but I can add profit center characteristic. I can add segment. Like that, some more fields you are adding to the existing document which is posted in ECC, that we are calling it as enrich. Some more things you add and post it in the S4. And now you can get consolidation report. You can get whatever you want reports from the S4 HANA system as per the new advantages, new technologies you can achieve through this S4. So this is called central finance. Then this company can go for this. Later, SAP tell slowly you can migrate this system to S4 system still after that. Then this company codes maybe you can put into the same S4 HANA system. In that way you can reduce your landscapes, your complex structure, and you no need to maintain server multiple, and you can reduce the cost, and at the end you can remain with S4 HANA system. Okay, so this will tell you. So how this connected? These small boxes will represent different ERP systems, different landscapes, and this is the S4 HANA system. And how this will be connected? For that, SAP is given standard interface that is called SLT. Through SLT, you can connect your old system to the S4 HANA system. This concept is called SLT, SAP Landscape Transformation Replication Server. And here, one salary account is there, but here it is 100, 300. And in this system, you have salary account, but this is a different company, right? Earlier, whenever they are implementing, maybe they use 300, 300. From 100, 300 salary is going here. From 300, 300 here it is going salary. Here we will maintain only one GL account, common chart of accounts. Common accounts you can maintain, which is applicable across for all. For example, here you maintain 200, 300. So you need to map, you need to tell to the system, my 100, 300 GL account balance should go to 200, 300. But from this system, 300, 300 to it should go to 200, 300. So this mapping you need to do. Where this mapping, where these instructions we will give to the system through MDG, Master Data Governance. If you are not using Master Data Governance, maybe you need to put your G table or Y table, and then you need to map A is equal to B, B is equal to A, like that. So anyhow, at the end, it's SAP will suggest to go for MDG and to get your common master data across all systems, not only for GL account, for vendors, customer, everything. And then this central finance will repost your journal entries. Here document number might be different, but here the document number will be different. But that old ERP document number will be linked to the new document number. Whenever you open new document number, how this document posted? Is it came from first system or second system? There you can see the system number. And what is the document number I want to see in the system? If you double click on the document number, it will open this source ERP document, it will open here. And real time, whenever you post your document, then immediately within fraction of seconds, you can transfer the data in real time, every time. If you post here 10,000 documents, again 10,000 documents will be reposted here. So from this, you can achieve S4 HANA system advantages through central finance, or you can call it as a system conversion. And one more, previously we have ASAP methodology. Now as per the new S4 HANA process, then SAP given one more methodology to implement your S4 solutions, that is called activate methodology. How to implement your SAP S4 HANA system, the SAP has given new methodology that is called activate methodology, which has 4 phases: preparation, explore, realization and deploy, and different sub phases, again each and everything to greenfield implementation or brownfield system migration or system. For all these things, S4 HANA solutions, this is the new methodology. SAP is suggesting you follow this methodology and implement your S4 HANA solutions. So this is about compatibility views, which I told you. So non-disruptness whenever you are migrating your system from ERP to S4 HANA system. In your custom program, your report, you have Z program and Y program. You are taking from GLT0 or some tables we are extracting data and we've written so much logic. But these tables are not available in new system. Then a web code will fail? No. Let it be same GLT0. Even though GLT0 is not there, for GLT0 SAP has created one compatibility view. That compatibility name is FGLV underscore GLT0. So whenever system found GLT0, then immediately it will redirect to this table, FAGLV GLT0 compatibility view. This compatibility view again will take data from AC Doka. So on the foreground, whenever you execute program, you will feel that system is taking GLT0. But in the back end, what will happen? From GLT0, it went to FAGLV underscore GLT0. From there, it went to AC Doka and took the data. So if you don't know this concept, you will thought that still GLT0 table is there, system is taking in GLT0. But actually, what is happening? GLT0 table is not there, system is taking from AC Doka. Then who told that? That standard SAP told to behave in this way. That's why you don't get any disrupt. Your customer Y programs will not be disturbed. So as part of single source of truth, the line item table, previously we have BSEC, now it is ASC Doka, but still we have BKPF for header information. And this we can discuss later. So now this is about the introduction to SAP S4 HANA, and from the next class onwards, we'll go to the system, and then we will start practical, start creating one by one step company code chart of accounts. That will start from the next class practically in the system. Okay, so up to this, if you have any doubt, that you can ask and clarify.
Yes, sir. Navneet here. So, in this session, I have seen most of the place we seen the word use on fly, on fly. So, what do you mean by that on fly? The data when it's moving from one place to another in that normally I have seen this used by the ABAP coders. So, what do you mean by this on fly?
Nothing but
This thing?
simply you have a selection screen, right? In
Yes.
execute report, and I want for one company code something anything US01, and I want to see for salary account GL balance 300 100 in fiscal year 2020. I am expecting what is the total salary balance? Tell me. So then what system will do whenever you execute this report? System will go and fetch the data from AC Doka, right?
Correct.
In AC Doka for 1 year, how many documents are posted for salary? Maybe 1,000 documents. Then system will get 1,000 line items. And then I don't want in the output 1,000 line items.
Okay.
I want what is the total figure after debit and credit, one amount I want. For example, is it 1,000 or 2,000 or 10,000? So whenever you execute report and whenever system is framing this output, this I am saying on demand. So this 1,000 line item system has not ready-made kept whenever this fellow asks, I want to put him 10,000 like that. It is not ready-made table is not made like ECC. In ECC you have GLT0 table, right? Ready-made table. From that we will
Yes.
get it. But in S4 we don't have total table. Again system will go to AC Doka. It will take 1,000 line items. Then whenever system fetch 1,000 line items and framing output on demand, whenever you ask on the fly, means whenever it is framing from selection screen to output on this fly, whenever it is fetching data from the AC Doka, immediately it will do the total and give you 10,000. So this we are calling it as a on fly.
Oh, okay. Okay, understood. Thank you.
So this on fly also where it will happen actually technically, you have three servers, right? Presentation, application, database server. In
Yes.
the database server itself, it will make the total. Application server, it doesn't do the total. Your previous ECC system, how it will behave, the 1,000 records will come to application server.
Yes.
And here the total will happen. But in S4, no. Whenever you ask for total, SAP will fetch the 1,000 records and it will do the total here itself. And the total figure will be sent to application, that it will come into the output presentation server. The total is
Okay.
happening at database server. So all these tasks will be done by database server, that is Hana it will do.
Okay.
So technically from a website, there is a concept called CDS view. So by using this, SAP will do on fly at database server level itself.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Any
sir.
other
Only
questions?
this from my side, sir. I have only one this
Yeah.
question, sir.
Okay, fine. Thank you.